Guy Code with Rena Osware.
Welcome to another episode of the Guy Code with me, Rena Osware, and on this episode we're going to be talking about how to get over her. Okay, whoever her is, whoever she is, maybe could be your ex, maybe could be a crush, maybe could just be a lady who rejected you. Whoever she is, whoever you term her to be, I'm going to tell you how to get over that lady who you're trying to get over and you're really struggling on how to get over her. You keep on thinking about her. We've all been in that situation. I'll talk about my own story. Is that about when I was 21? I was seeing this lady that we had been seeing each other on and off for about 3 years, and when we broke up, man, it took about 6 to 7 months for me to move on. And I'll tell you, for those guys who are listening to this and saying, okay, maybe I'm also struggling to move on, it's perfectly fine for it to take time, and I can guarantee you from the beginning of this episode that it will take time. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you're a weak man. It doesn't mean that your masculinity is weak. Just because it took time for you to heal. Everyone heals at different, rates and at different paces. And this is a process that will take time. You don't expect that after this episode you will just heal overnight, especially if you really invested a lot of time with this person, because human beings still have feelings. Even though you're a high value man, you're still a human being and you have feelings, and you cannot just forget someone immediately when you stop being on good terms with them. It can't happen like that. So I'll just get through a couple of facts about how to do it and why you're struggling to get over her. Aside from the first thing is that one of the reasons why you may be struggling is because it stems from a feeling of inadequacy. Okay, speaking of from my own perspective, is that I was filled with these questions of, could I have done more? Could I have been more? Could I have done this? If I did this, would it have worked out? If I was more of like this, if I had these attributes, would it have worked out? So you end up questioning yourself. And the first thing I want to tell you guys is that mostly that if you're having a really hard time trying to get over sorry, that it's not corona. If you're having a really hard time trying to get over this situation, it means that you have some feeling of inadequacy. It could come from your ego, because you're wondering, where was I left out? Maybe I was left out because I have this situation, or I have this circumstance in my life. If I wasn't like this, if I was richer, if I was taller, if I was better looking, blah blah blah, you will feel those thoughts coming, and it's natural. We all go through it, where you end up questioning yourself. And I'm just telling you guys so that you are aware from where these things come from and how it starts, and that you are not alone. It's not that you're awkward to have that kind of sense of and questions of inadequacy and feeling of inadequacy. So asking yourself, could I have done more? Why wasn't I good enough? And having this wishful thinking, the what if questions. Just asking yourself, what if this happened? Will it have worked? What if, all this wishful thinking. It happens, and it's totally natural. So don't feel like just because I feel that way that it means I'm a weak man, I'm out of frame. No, you're a normal human being, and it just happens it's just part of the process. So the first thing is that it usually stems from a feeling of inadequacy, and a feeling of inadequacy will be experienced, and you stand up starting asking your questions of what if, why, could I have done more, stuff like that. And number 2 is that, guys, I want to tell you that all these questions of inadequacy, these thoughts, the more you circulate them in your head, it will end up making you to live in regret instead of envisioning the future. Okay, because that whole time that you're spending, reminiscing, regretting all that stuff, just feeling bad for yourself generally, you will end up living in regret. Living in regret, oh, I should have done this, I should have done this, I should have done this, because as I said, from number one is that it stems from a feeling of inadequacy. Then that inadequacy, those thoughts develop to a point where now you're constantly now living in regret for a certain period of time, because all this wishful thinking, asking yourself, if I had more money, if I spent more, if I did more, if I took myself, if I spoiled her more, whatever, you will end up living in regret instead of envisioning your future. So guys, I would like to really encourage you guys, if you're in this stage, try, just it will be hard at first, okay, but I can guarantee you the more you do it, it gets easier by the day. Okay, this is a process. Like I said from the beginning, it will take time. It's not an overnight affair. So if you already have these thoughts, gradually try and envision the future. Try and even just try and live in the moment instead of just living in the past and living in regret. Okay. And also another thing I want to tell you guys is that, very importantly, I want you guys to listen to this, is that these breakups and these rejections do not define you as a person. Okay, that situation that did not define you as a person. That doesn't mean you're trash or you're rubbish or no one finds you valuable. No. That was just that one situation, and many people go through it. Some have gone through worse than you, but many people have gone through it, and it does not define them, and it will not define you. Don't let it define you whatsoever. Don't let it do that. And just try and concentrate on your current situation and your self-development. That situation did not define you. Okay, it happened how it happened. It was unfortunate. It didn't go as you planned, but that's life. Just continue going with the flow. Continue to concentrate on your self-development and your current situation, because there's some gifts even right now in this situation that you feeling some pain, feeling disappointed. There's some gifts and some opportunities that could be coming your way, that when you're just feeling sorry for yourself, you won't see them. You will end up just looking over them, and because you're blinded by your own emotions and your own self-pity. Don't do that. Concentrate on your current situation and self-development. Try and be focused on yourself now, because it's already happened. She's gone. Just concentrate on yourself and become better for the next phase of your life. Okay. And to be honest, guys, if you're just going to look at the situation itself, probably because you got maybe in a situation where you got dumped, it probably happened because you are too clingy and needy. When you are not in your masculine frame, she feels it and she loses respect for you because you're showing your insecurity, you're showing your neediness and your clinginess. No one wants to be someone who is very dependent, like a leech or a parasite. No. Don't always be looking for validation from other people, because it seems that you're not really confident in yourself, and no one wants to be hang out with someone who is not confident in themselves, especially women. So just to face the real truth is that the breakup probably happened because you are too clingy and needy. You should have been in your frame. You should have been confident within yourself, confident in your own skin. And if you are not, probably it happened. She dumped you because she just didn't feel the security within yourself, and you didn't have your masculine frame on point. Okay. So let me just give you just 3 points on how to get over her. Maybe just 3 tips that I would recommend. Number 1 is that out of sight, out of mind. That's the saying, right? So try and stop communication on all platforms. If you're still trying to communicate, saying, oh, maybe she'll take me back, maybe if I just try and talk like how I used to talk, try and just linger around in her life, maybe orbit. No, don't do that. Stop communication at all points. Okay, it's not worked before, it would work now. Just stop it, communication, because the more you try, the more you seem too needy, and the more you seem like you don't have any options and nothing going on in your life. Okay, you still have a purpose beyond this person, after this person. In case anything happens, you still have a purpose. This person is not the center of your existence. You're not made to exist just for this person. So you can stop communication on all platforms. It doesn't mean you have to really block them. Like, some people say you should block them. Well, it depends on you actually, but I really suggest just stop communication on all platforms, out of sight, out of mind, because just for your own mental health and your own focus, I really suggest that this attention that is being channeled to her can be channeled to your goals, which will actually give you better results compared to the reward you're getting from just pursuing this person all over again, who really isn't interested in coming back together, if you're honest. Okay. Number two is stop idolizing. Okay. This notion that many of us have said it before and thought it is that I lost her and I will never get another one like her. She was the one. Since I lost her, that's it for me. I'll never find someone like that. I'm doomed. I will never find love again. Listen, bro. You remember you felt the same way about other relationships. The relationship before that, before her, you also felt the same way, that this was someone special, that you'll never find someone like her until you found the next one. Okay. So don't have this in mind saying, oh, this was the one, this was it's trying to idolize someone and putting her like she's a messiah, that since she came to your life, she fixed it all up. Since she's gone, your life is doomed for failure. No, 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 no. All the answers you need and all the success you need to achieve success in your life is within you. Let me repeat that. Everything you need for success in your life is within you. Stop trying to look for a messiah and a dependent person who will come in and rescue you just because of one, two, three things, or maybe that they made you feel comfortable or something, they understood you. No, 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 no. If you try to idolize a person, you'll never move on, because you see that person is almost like your idol, for lack of a better word to be direct, your idol. You feel like that was the person who was to end up saving you from whatever maybe failures are going to encounter. No, no, no. Everything you need for success is within you. Okay, so stop idolizing this person. See them as a normal human being with flaws and mistakes, so that you will know that this person is just like the rest and they have value just like the rest. They are not more valuable than you or anyone else, so you can move on better. Okay. They didn't really take anything from you. It's just that all in your mind. Everything that you need for success is still within you. They didn't rob you of anything. Just change your mindset and you're set to progress. Number three, and lastly, is that try and keep busy with things that made you feel fulfilled. Okay. Keep busy with things that fulfill you and invest in yourself, your hobbies. Get out of your comfort zone. Just try to do something that you like to do even before you found this lady, because many of the guys who get in a relationship and suddenly your whole world is just dominated by this lady. Wherever she wants to go, you're going. Wherever you want to do, she's doing. You even stopped hanging out with your friends because you're in a relationship now. No. Go back to that. Go back to things that you enjoyed having fun, even if it's by yourself or with your friends. Try and just get back to relearn yourself, because it's happened. You're still alive for a reason. You didn't die. So whatever you're good at, whatever you are invested in, investing in yourself, whatever made you fulfilled, go back to doing that. Whatever it's sports, career, all that stuff. Keep busy with such things, so that your mind is concentrated in developing yourself, because the most important thing you can do is just invest in yourself, not in another person. And I can assure you that the best comeback you can do is self-development, where now she will regret breaking up with you. And that's just about all I have to say about that, guys. Remember, again, I will say this is a process that will take time. It's okay, it will take time. You just go through the process and you will be a better person at the end. This has been the episode for this week, guys. And until next time, we shall talk soon.